we are going to go through some uses for the Hypervolt. This also applies to any of the TimTam, Theragun, any of the other brands that are out there that are these percussion instruments. Hugely beneficial, can be really good for a lot of things with blood flow, loosening up muscle tissue, as well as any kind of nervy stuff that you have going on. This can also be a really good tool. I like the round ball head as far as my kind of general go-to for everything. You do have the Hypervolt. They have 3 other attachments. You kind of have the prong one. I use that one the least of all of them, kind of specialized for some of the spine stuff, or because it's a little smaller if you want to do it into the forearm. It also has the little bullet looking one, which same thing, I like it on smaller places, or if you're trying to go trigger point and getting in a little bit deeper, I like that one. And then you also kind of have the flat disc, which is going to be really good for just straight on percussion. If you're just going into generally work out quads, work out pecs, anything like that, and all you're doing is just the percussion part of it, I like the disc. Again, this is just kind of my go-to for all of them. First one that we're going to go through is just nice and easy percussion. So we're looking at just forearm. All we're doing is just put it into, and just you can go up and down through the different tissue. You can also go side to side. I find that if you're doing true percussion, going actually along the tissue is going to be most beneficial. If you're going through quads, you're just kind of going up and down. You're going to go kind of side to side again if you can. I find going at angle side to side is going to be a little more beneficial where you're getting into that tissue. Going straight percussion is going to be really, really good. You're just trying to get this general flush, get that general loosening of the tissue itself. You find that you have a hot spot. A really good way that I like to go into it is go at an angle, and you're just trying to put a little different tissue stress into it where you're almost getting this cross friction type motion to try and break up that adhesion and loosen up all those tissues that are in there and just get everything moving better. If you want, you can even do a little bit of an active release with it where you're moving that tissue actively under where you are using kind of that vibration and percussion to really loosen everything up. One of the biggest things that I see most people use it on the front of the shoulder. I really don't like going over the front of the shoulder. There's not a whole lot of actual real soft tissue structures there that you can make a lot of changes with. Something here is pissed off. It's usually going to be a tendon. If you are jamming this thing into the tendon, it's going to piss it off more. It's not going to help it a whole lot. If you are going to use this on the front of the shoulder, you really need to go more with vibration where you're trying to go across it. You're just trying to get this little bit of stress where it's almost putting this comfortable vibration through the tissue to try and get it to calm down and just let it feel a little bit better again. Nerves like vibration. It kind of sends this weird signal into them that helps them calm down a little bit. So if you have front of the shoulder stuff, please go side to side. Don't go straight over the front. You can go into the pecs if you want to really go into the pecs and work through those. That's great. Again, there's not really much in the front of the shoulder. Please don't hit any bones with this. If you feel that big bounce went over a bone, it's probably going to hurt you a little bit. It's definitely not something I recommend. It's definitely not for the face. Anywhere that could be very uncomfortable, use common sense with this thing. But if it's bony, if it's hard, there's not a whole lot of actual meat there. I would say go with more of this kind of vibration versus an actual real deep percussion. That's just a couple different ways that you can use Hypervolt or any other percussion instruments that are out there. Hope this has been informational. I like going mostly with that first setting as opposed to second or third. If you are using it on bigger tissues and you want to go a little bit deeper, you can definitely use those higher settings. I find that you can get pretty much everything done with that first setting. Try it out. If you have one, I think it's a great tool. If you don't have one, I would look into getting one. It's great for your gym bag.